What this morning?
Yeah.
It was nothing. They were just going back and forth about. They were. Chris was talking about the separation, and I was trying to explain that BA, ICBA, and John from Scranton, almost like Bill Bell. Where'd he go? Hit the post. Come back. I was just about to bring you back on. Uh, anyways, I was Trish trying to explain that the way I kind of saw it was BA and John from Scranton as Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells, which is a little tongue in cheek. But I think the point was that like they kind of were the ones to start the separate network from the KMS stuff.
They were more like the fact is none of it exists without them. So
Yeah.
one thing that like I didn't like was like before I had context when I saw GVE separation, and it's like people kind of like shitting on John in one chat and another chat, like kind of like thanking him for like having help and stuff. It's
Well,
just like John, like no one, like John did nothing wrong. He was just like he didn't want to ban somebody. It's nothing wrong with that.
Not only is there nothing wrong with that, that's exactly why he started the thing, and in fact, that's what.
Yeah, it's better this way.
Stuff is exactly what started the schism between GV and KMS. I mean, like it's even kind of what got me lumped sort of on that side, if anybody lumped me on any sides. But how I wound up with you guys is because I didn't like the doxing on the show itself, that one day when he really flipped out.
No, and even I don't know if you saw in the 420 chat, John even said like probably should have happened sooner, but he just didn't want to he didn't want to do it. So it's like the consensus is to start a new channel. Whoever thought of it and finally enacted on it did the right thing.
Good. Well, I mean, I'm glad that it seems as amicable as possible.
I will and sorry to interrupt you, sir. Their thing about like their 5, and they all know what I'm talking about. If they don't give John his and I and demands, I will 1v1 all 5 of them at one time. That's a 5v1 Biodude.
Okay, that'll be impressive. Maybe we can do it live for a show. I do have some audio, so I've been playing with this, and I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know how to do any of this. That's why Hit the Post was supposed to come on, and he was here a second ago.
You know what you should do? I don't know if you can like get a couple hours on a Saturday. Why don't you just drive up to Methuen, sit with Chris, and like let him show you how to do it?
I thought about that. There we go. Here we go. Let's see. Brand. There they are. So, Monday started out and I didn't think too much. I didn't even understand that opening segment here.
By the way, you look up the undefeated last night, my picks.
I don't think that's
5-0.
Correct.
Right, Justin?
That's right.
So undefeated so
he's
far.
He's actually the one that... Nope.
What? You made a declaration.
I thought it was 6-0.
It was 6-0.
And let me introduce Hit the Post. He's come on to help me. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, when I popped in earlier, that was just to put it live on YouTube and Twitch as well.
Oh, cool. I didn't know we could do that.
Wait, is this the first official show on the YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Congratulations, Biodude.
I did not mean to do that either.
Yeah, so you were just on your Twitter before.
Right, that's what
it's all about him.
Yes, we just put those on. It seems like you got the audio there.
Oh, on these, I did finally. You know what?
You got a bunch of stuff loaded in already.
The biggest problem I had was I couldn't figure out a good way to essentially share the screen and have it kind of split like this, because I don't see that, at least. Not
so the other way you could do it to have you on the side like that, like you have it now, is you could do share and then share video file from your computer directly.
That's so what I have is I have a window with my images. So the video files I don't have a problem with. It's just the images. So, but like I was put them in the layouts or whatever it's overlays. But I figured out a good way to do it, and we're off on pretty much.
You're crushing it.
So we were talking about gambling. Please stay with us. I didn't have much to bring to the table as far as the gambling thing. I'm not a big gambler, but I know it's a big thing amongst a lot of the Barstool guys.
Oh, with it being legalized in Massachusetts?
Yeah.
I was surprised that they were so far delayed from everybody else.
Well, and my thing
Even
is
New York. We've
Right.
had it since January, and it rolled out right away.
well, and you would think with the type of corruption and like sleaziness of it, that Massachusetts would be really good at it, like one of the first.
Did they institute like that rule? I think Iowa had, or no, Illinois has it, New York has it, and I don't know where else, but I like here in New York, I can't bet on New York college teams or
Yeah,
college games played in New York.
they actually said something about that on the show too. I don't know how far it got.
So
My
Syracuse locally, and any game played at MSG, pretty much. Bucknell football.
My whole thing was that they Kirk was right again. Like I mean, like he right off the bat Monday he talks about it, not his picks obviously, but right off the bat he talks about it and he's like, "There's just no way they're going to be betting on football games this week or this year." I mean, anyways, like I said, I didn't think too much of that gambling. In fact, between the gambling and Justin's car, like I have a bunch of stuff, but none of it's that interesting to me. Like not only Justin's car, but after Justin's car. So I'll just burn through these other things real quick.
Hold up, Biodude.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Do you remember last week on the episode that you didn't record that we did?
Yeah.
That, we created our perfect 4 for the car.
That was, yes, I do remember that. And
Hold on, time out. How many rods did you finger pop this week?
How many what?
Rods did you finger pop this week?
Who, me? Oh, I see. Oh,
What'd you see?
None. Maybe one, but I probably shouldn't talk about it.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
So who would your 4 be, Biodude?
My 4? I love the idea of putting one of the Minifan ladies right in between Garbage Munchkin and Pat.
Pat from Amesbury? Damn.
Yeah. No, that's not even fair. But look, Munchkin for sure. And then on the other side, Justin's in the front seat, obviously. I think
John Stewart. He looks.
That's
like
exactly what I was about to say. Was either John Stewart or the nice guy that's at every show. It's not. It's another.
Be
John.
a man guy.
No, it's the guy. It's the guy from. I think he's up in Maine.
Red.
No, not Red. No, the older guy. He's like he was talking about his. Well, he's telling me about his therapy. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't telling everybody.
I'd love to hear about it.
I can't believe I can't remember the guy's name. I have pictures of him somewhere, but
Wait, what do you mean you have pictures of him?
Oh, he's in that picture. That one picture that I have somewhere in my Twitter. Anyways,
At Vince Scully's resume. Go ahead.
Socialism failing to work as it always does.
Okay, stop. God, I'm going to go all Minahan. Are you kidding me, Ironhead? This is what I'm dealing with, Kirk. This is what I'm dealing with.
What do you think?
I went over.
I was pretty I was pretty excited about them getting back together, and I had
That was
no
great.
What's that? Oh, it was.
That was great.
It was. Oh, you know what? I think I have a nice banner for that. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, you remember when you met Craig in person? How different does he look in person than on stream? It's 2 different people.
Craig.
Yeah, Craig, the one that was pressing record for Jerry.
We got to figure out who this guy in Maine is.
Oh my God! Yeah, I couldn't even tell. I didn't even know. It
Yeah,
was
back to the guy talking about his
Yeah.
therapy. I want to hear about this sad guy.
Who's the guy from up in Maine? We got to figure it out. Peltz?
Oh, Pat. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly who it was. Thank you.
John Peltier.
Pelletier, John Pelletier. It was the reason why I was getting hung up is I kept thinking John, and then it would just kept going to Stewart. But
That psycho once DM'd me. He said, I used to hang out in Holbrook. I was like, okay, cool. And he just never messaged me again.
I think that would be a great combination. And then for the last person in it, I have to say, Tim from Ganton.
What just happened?
I'm out.
Holy shit.
Are you gonna Uber? No, Justin's giving me a ride in my fucking car because I'm not a contestant now.
Did you? I didn't catch that the first time. Were you guys able to hear that?
I actually didn't listen the
I didn't
live
listen.
stream.
I saw the video quality. I'm like, I'm good with this.
I just saw it happening and said I'm good with this.
I saw it. I saw like a little popped up on my phone or something that there was something live, and it never clicked. I thought it was going to be the next day for some reason. Well, I mean, I think because they said it originally that it was going to be like Thursday into Friday, but maybe not. Oh, there's comments. Oh, there's 10 comments.
You're on YouTube, friend.
Oh, I know. I heard.
Heard you took fucking the spotlight from the other guys who created it.
I feel terrible. Hey, Craig. Speak of the devil. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, okay. So, getting back, if I can find it here. There we go. Oh, you know. The Lizzo.
Say it with your chest, Biodude.
The Lizzo editing her song. That was the next thing they kind of talked about that stuck out to me. And actually, what I found interesting about it, and I don't know if you guys will or not, but is the idea that they can change the music and then nobody's going to get a copy. Well, people will, and that's my point, but most people will listen to whatever she changes and she edits, and that's okay for her to do it. But when other people can do it, that bothers me. And then when people just get forced to do it because of politically correct stuff, I don't like that. And I actually curate.
So what happened? I don't actually know what happened.
She used the word spaz, and I guess her fans or her not fans or somebody kind of.
You ever heard some of the words in the songs of the music of like rap and stuff?
It's unbelievable. I have a question as far as that goes. Like the one that does Freaky Deaky. It's like
I know the song. I don't know who sings it.
You know what song he's talking about because he said Freaky Deaky?
That's the name.
Yeah, I've been feeling freaky deaky, something,
Yeah.
something.
Oh, no
something.
shit. I don't know.
Exactly, and I probably could find her, but boy, she uses
Doja Cat.
There it is, Doja Cat. She uses the N-word a lot. I'm not a big rap guy, but like she doesn't even. Never mind. It's not even important. In fact, this is a terrible place to go on our inaugural broadcast.
No, I'd like to talk more about the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. No, I will just move on. The lottery, big winnings. Again, Kirk's right. The lottery's for dumb people. I never played. Hi, Blind Mike.
I don't buy any tickets. Guy? No. The thing. So first off, the person who wins it, no one ever heard of. It's some fake person. They keep all the money. But even like some of it, like so 1.2 billion, they took home like 400 million.
Okay, so they take home 400 million. They probably took home less than that. And then the guys actually were talking about it. I think I have that clip where they were talking about how much they would take home. And Kirk said something like, and he knows that you can't just put that type of money in a bank. You're only insured for like $200,000. You'd have to put it in, 200,000 banks. That was the other thing.
Take the cash.
What's that? Yeah, but I don't.
You ever seen that picture of Lil Wayne on top of the stack of money? That could be you.
That. Yeah, making it rain.
No, just standing on it proudly.
No,
sharing it with the poors.
With the poors. Oh, like what's his face did at the Super Bowl? Post Malone. He brought like $20,000 worth of $1 bills to a concert, and just shared it with the poors, I guess. Although you can't be that poor and going to a concert.
I think an NFT would have been more valuable.
Let's see here. Let's see what my next picture was. If I can find it. There we go. Oh, you know what it is? Blink-182, who I like. But then it's Lizzo. This is amazing. You guys see this?
I mean, would you do it?
Yes. I don't know. Like what? What are we talking about? Like for money or?
Talk about sex. What the fuck do you think I'm
No, I
talking
know what I
about?
mean. I mean, like, do I get something for it, or is this just like the end of the night and it's the last person in the bar with me?
The last person in the bar is Lizzo. No, like just like you, it's actual Lizzo, her fame and everything. She's not paying you, but she wants to fuck. I would do it just because she's rich.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's exactly
You
it.
gotta hope that you can get her pregnant or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, it makes perfect sense. That rich.
Yeah, it'd be difficult. What position would you go for?
Ah, there we go. Thank you. What position would I go for?
Yeah, with a thing like Lizzo.
Yeah, no, I think like probably draped, like legs over the bed, like down.
Some heavy legs.
Well, that's what it would be on the bed, not on me. That was my.
Oh, you wouldn't let her ride you? Maybe. It just depends. I don't know. Depends on the
Heavy.
bed, the support.
Just keep in mind, like she doesn't have to put all her weight on you. She just has to get on her like down to her knees and enough to feel it.
Well, that's what I said.
Why'd you say Blink 182?
Banners too. Yeah, there we go. That was the next subject I was trying to. All right, I didn't really care about it. I just thought Jon Stewart was an idiot. And now we get into what I really didn't become obsessed with until the very end of the week. And like I thought that the car stunt was kind of funny. And the more I thought about it, I kind of thought it was kind of meta. Like, I wish. Hi, Blind Mike. You got anything to say?
No, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Killer. If you're finger popping girls, you can talk about it. But
I'm not. I don't know how he.
The thing with Justin's car, it's not funny at all. He's a disgusting slob. He should be ashamed of himself. He's not a kid. He's a grown adult. Get your life together. Earn a fucking career. Get off your ass and actually be a part of society. You useless fuck.
I was upset with him at first. That's what really got me excited. And then
so he wasn't supposed to fall asleep, I take it.
I don't know. I didn't really pay that close attention until the end. But the pictures are really funny. Let me get to those. I tried to put a bunch of those up of just him asleep.
Could you last in the car?
Yeah, I could have lasted in the car. Oh,
were they allowed to do drugs?
Tim probably was.
Well, what was that Mike was asking on the show? He was like, why did they keep saying he's rejuvenated after the snow or something like that, or winter time? I think somebody was doing some cocaine for energy.
Someone posted a picture of him like standing in a Bulls jersey that kind of looks like he's snorting a line off something. But I thought it was like, wait, I was like, no way somebody would.
I think they were talking about that guy Dana.
Yeah. This is Justin's band. I wonder if they played any music for him.
Who's this?
A Day to Remember.
They suck, I bet.
Didn't make it on to hit the post tonight.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Neither did High School Musical.
I have the clips of the.
Hello?
Hello?
It's Connie's music teacher. I got real horned up on the drive in. I had some ideas. Davey, I want you to shove my face in your pancakes and jam it in my ass.
She's not here. She's not here today. He's not here today, teacher. What is going on?
You can hand. I know he's not there because he's ramming it in my ass.
Oh, I'm sorry, teacher. I'm sorry.
Well, you called just for that, so we would be part of it.
Alright. So
Rico Bosco.
That was a pretty good call. Was that Rico Bosco?
Yeah, #1 caller on terrestrial and satellite radio.
That was really good.
I didn't know that. That's actually kind of funny.
I thought it was Tim from Canton, which is why I actually played it, was because I was going to lead into all this Tim from Canton stuff that happened today with me. I just happened to...
No, that was Rico. There were times you could hear his Staten Island accent.
He called in at the beginning of the show that episode too, right? So he was watching the YouTube live.
I'm a big Rico rider, so I love him going against Cullinane. It's funny.
Did Nadeau get signed by Barstool?
Don't care. I don't follow that guy.
No, I saw someone say he had an announcement, but like they were hinting at that. I didn't know if that was it.
It's just like you had a job at this company, you quit, and then you go back on a contest to try to get a job, and you can't even win that. And so you're still just like latching onto them to keep some sort of relevancy. It's weird.
Statistically, more people who lost it got a job than the people who won it.
It's true.
Yeah, everybody that was on there.
It did sound like Blind Mike's penis.
Yeah, that's who I thought. I thought that too, actually. You know?
What's up with your list, Biodude?
I'm looking. Let me. Pull
By the
that
way,
back up.
the effort you put into that Google Drive is impressive.
Yeah.
I kind of I wanted something for anybody that was on the new network, sort of to pull resources from, and I've just been sort of playing around with it. In a lot of ways, I'm kind of doing it for my son in the sense that like that's the next generation is sort of the YouTube generation anyways. He's going to wind up doing something like this. So it'd be cool if I could produce it.
Well, Biodude for the kids. Wow.
Yeah, I said that Jon Stewart stuff, we could go back to that. I'll tell you what didn't get a lot of play, and I think still has potential, is Bob Glockenspiegel. Not the reporter, but the reporter's dad. Like, he sounds infinitely more interesting than his son.
I think that was horrible. That was just awful.
Yeah. I mean, it started off real slow, but I think in the middle, I enjoyed it, and like they fell into a little bit of a rhythm.
That's the guy who was on last Friday, right?
Friday or Thursday, yeah, the last show.
Yeah, who this guy? The head on him. I can't believe he thinks he's somebody. He sucked.
And he had sort of like a better than the whole thing, but willing to play around, almost sort of talking down at the beginning. But then, like I said, he kind of warmed up.
Well, he was defensive. He just doesn't seem like he fits in it. He clearly doesn't like it. What is he there for? He's there because he's famous to who?
Well, I think he was there because he writes stories for whatever he's writing for now. But
he wrote the Jared Carrabis story.
He wrote the Jared Carrabis story, right? Exactly.
Who could forget that?
He writes for the New York Post.
Oh,
Ryan Glasspiegel.
Glasspiegel. I'm sorry. I couldn't spell it, so I was like, oh.
What a shitty last name.
Smugsy calling in. That was embarrassing.
Smugsy's the best. That's a horrible take, Biodude.
Oh, can you see? Are you seeing what I put up though? Because not Smugsy. She's the liberal cougar. I love her. No, I meant the call. The call was sad. Like, if you're gonna call, you should come with something. Like, I didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense. It was terrible.
She lives a fucked up life, huh? She likes KMS. She wants to be a part of it, but she just can't figure out the way to get in. The way to get in, Smugsy, if you're listening, drop the box, show your pussy. That's the way to get in with these perverts. You've seen Munchkin. You've seen Commandant Kirk. These guys are fucking weird. Look at the likes on their Twitter. These are the people you need to be marketing that pussy to.
I like this guy a lot, but Stone Minifan has some.
Stone Minifan's he's a horn. Like around 2 a.m., you'll see a tweet. It'll be some lady like, "You want to suck these titties?" Yeah, I want to suck those titties. It's like, what? He's the man. He's a great guy. I've been to his house.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if I have anything else here.
It was a gift.
I could go back. So did you guys listen to the Jerry Callahan show, the whole experience?
No, sir.
That's neither of you?
Like when you say the new experience,
there's a lot going on. Ever? I had to watch Barstool's Most Dangerous Game.
I meant the show that Craig produces.
No, I know what show you're talking. Do you mean I didn't watch like the episode called The Experience, but I've
Well, it
listened
wasn't
to
the
an
Experience.
episode
I'm
before.
sorry. That's what I was sort of using that as shorthand. I don't know what it was called. The one where Kirk was on.
No, I didn't listen. I saw a couple clips. It's weird because like they just clearly don't have chemistry no more.
Yeah,
It's very different than when they were on radio.
No, you see, that's the thing is you didn't even listen. So how can you say
Correct. I just said by the 2 clips I saw.
that? That's terrible. That's terrible to me.
I apologize.
First off, you need to listen. Both of you. That's like, okay. Did either of you listen to the Kirk and Callahan show or Dennis and Callahan?
You want
Yeah,
Montante
listen
on? He
to
just texted me.
all of it.
Yeah, put him on.
Who?
Montante. Oh, I should ask you. I'm sorry.
Ask me?
Yeah, do you want to put
Oh.
Montante on?
I don't. Since when do I have a voice? I don't care. I don't know. What's
You
wrong with
very
my
big
sure.
voice. You just don't say anything. Like I keep telling you, you could add anything you'd like to it.
I did add something to it. I fucking I challenged those 5 guys to a 5v1.
That probably will be the biggest news out of this.
Buddy wants it
No,
too.
seriously, Commandante Kirky, you horny fuck.
I'm gonna send
Just
it
go
to
pay
Buddy
for it
too.
at this point. You're gonna rape somebody by mistake.
I took him up. What were you saying?
Buddy wants the link.
Yeah. I mean, like as long as High Blind Mike doesn't mind, I say
I don't
more the
care.
merrier. Absolutely for, and definitely Chris should get it too. If he's
There's only one person I don't want on.
right. Well, I mean that's kind of it.
And it's frankly because I just never seen this person before and they don't exist. And that's Lindsay's fiance.
Yeah, I've seen that sentiment passed around.
So with the new, just because Hit the Post a little more of an insider, what's the deal with the new channel? It's just every business as usual. We keep it fun, is how we'll word it.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, each
Well, Hit the Post is one of the 5.
directors or whatever should just be able to do whatever they want.
He's one of the 5.
What's that?
Aren't you one of the 5?
Yeah.
One of the
So
5,
Yeah, he's a 5.
really, what it comes down to for me is just I want to do a good job producing good shows.
Well, you're gonna obviously do that. You do it every time.
So I thought the easiest way was to separate. Jay doesn't want my help. He doesn't want a link from me or for me to help him produce. So just distance myself from that, I guess.
It's going to be like, so is Meeting of the Minds going to continue, or is it going to be new shows on the weeknights? These are the questions that the people want to know.
I heard rumblings of a daily show to rival Meeting of the Minds.
Oh boy.
I'd
are
imagine
you
the same
hearing?
time slot.
Oh gosh, competition. That's never good.
I think something tells me it's going to go pretty well for the new YouTube.
Well, I'm excited about it. We should I don't know that I don't think there's too many people even watch. Oh, there's only 3 people watching.
Oh, no, I have receiving word. No, this is false.
What's false? Keep in mind, Pat's a liar. He once said that he could take more dabs than me. Liar.
Pat
Heard he said he could beat you in knock hockey too.
Yeah, and then I slapped his ass so hard his cheeks bled.
Whatever happened to the knock hockey competition? When does that start?
Yeah, it turns out when people work and like have things to do, it's not the easiest thing to plan.
Oh, I know. That's sort of the thing. I kind of like being able to do this, though. You know, I mean,
I kind of just wanted to like play Pat for fun. I didn't really need it. No, we were gonna have a tournament.
I didn't start that. But it is kind of cute. It would be kind of cute to have a tournament.
Cute? What are you talking about? What would be cute about
Sorry. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback about that, mostly negative.
it? Can we talk about your book club show with Sig? That
Yeah.
racist?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about the book club show.
Do you stand by his comments, by the way?
I don't know which comments. I don't think I should have to stand by anybody's comments but my own. Hopefully.
That's fair. You can continue.
Yeah. So the book club is just that. It's books that Kirk mentions, and I'm actually going to try and like blow through some of them. I get them on PDF, and I I have the voice to text thing, and when I'm stuck in traffic, I just let it go at like 1.5 times. We started out with the Mind Hunters. And they made a TV series or Netflix series about it, a couple seasons. It's a really interesting book. And my thing is like, I wonder why Kirk wanted to read it.
I think he's just trying to pile on books. So it's like, if you're looking for a new show, you're just looking for that slight interest, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Reading sucks.
Well, that's why I have somebody read to me or something read to me.
Isn't he trying to do 100 books this year?
That's
like one every 3 days.
What's that?
That's like one every 3 days.
He reads Dr. Seuss books, that wimp.
So when I have it read to me, it's between 12 and like between 6 and 12 hours for like an average book.
Yeah, but if it reads to you, how do you see the pictures?
It's they describe the pictures when the pictures come up.
That's not going to work in my house.
Oh, I do have nephew update stuff. I didn't load up the screens, and you know what? I was going to start with that stuff because I know that that's what everybody really wanted to hear about. I think I updated you a little bit last week, but the sad news is he's moving out.
The episode that you didn't record and we talked for over an hour?
Record, and I didn't even launch. Yes, that one. Anyways, he's moving out. I raised the rent, and
Great
he
kid.
decided to move back in with his mom, which is okay, I guess.
What's his mom like if he moved out to come live with you?
What's that?
What's his mom like if he moved out of there to live with you?
Well, it's his mommy, you know. I don't know.
Is this who?
She's nice. She's okay. I don't know that I should talk too much about her.
Is she your sister or an in-law?
She's my sister. Yeah.
All right. Seems great.
She's okay.
How many sisters and brothers did you grow up with? I want to know more about Biodude. Fuck the rest of this shit. What's up with you?
Fair enough. I just have one sister.
All right. Both parents you grew up with?
Both parents I grew up with.
Are they still together?
They are still together.
Oh, no. So you grew up in a traditional home. Have you always been from Plymouth?
That's where I was getting at. No, I moved around a lot.
Oh, why don't you take the floor for a minute and tell us about you?
You're the one who keep asking me. Well, why don't you talk about you? How come you never?
Let's not deflect here. We'll talk about me in a minute. Believe me, I'm great.
Okay. So yeah, I moved around a lot as a child, and
how much?
I think at least 12 houses before I was 12, for sure. Lost a few, like went through bankruptcy and stuff like that with them, and
so you grew up poor.
Yeah, up and down, but probably I would say poor would be a fair statement.
Always in Massachusetts?
No, that's what I mean. Like, so I was born in Florida, and then I was in New Hampshire for first 7 to 8 years, and then no, even longer than that. I was in New Hampshire, different towns and everything else, and then my senior year of high school, before it started, we moved to Kentucky, Flatwood, Kentucky.
Your senior year?
My senior year.
Messed
and
up.
I was an awkward. In case you guys haven't noticed, I was an awkward kid.
Stop it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. Anyways, so that was a culture shock. It was the same high school that the achy breaky guy, Billy Ray Cyrus. It was his high school.
What'd you call him?
10th grade English teacher. What's that?
What'd you call him?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, what'd you call him?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
The achy breaky guy?
The achy breaky guy. Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, but phew.
Really? You don't know the achy breaky song?
I would have thought Elvis if you said that nickname.
Okay, I can tell you. I'll. It's the Party in the USA girl's dad.
Thank you, sir. I'm more interested in the name that you called him. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. I find you fascinating. Please continue.
It was the first single ever to achieve triple platinum status in Australia.
The achy breaky song. I mean, it made his career, and it was an okay song. I had that album. I really liked that album. I went through a big country music phase, like when I moved to Kentucky, I guess.
How long were you there?
9 months. As soon as I
Interesting number. Who'd you fucking knock out?
Nobody.
You split on the kid, didn't you?
No.
All right. What happened after those 9 months?
I went to college in Columbus.
Ohio?
Yeah, electrical engineering.
Ohio State?
No, DeVry. It's like it was like a vocational college, but they were accredited electrical engineering.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Did you accrue a lot of student debt?
I did.
Did you pay it off?
I did.
What do you think of these people who want their shit for free?
Makes me fucking insane.
So what do you do about people like you that paid it the right way?
We're just screwed. But you know what? Life isn't fair, and we're screwed all the time. I don't want to do it, by the way. In fact, like I'll go nuts, but there's just not. What are you gonna do? Like, you know, I can't get upset about something that there's just nothing I can do about.
So why should the taxpayers pay for these kids to go party and get fucking knocked up and take Plan B for free?
Why should they be allowed to?
Yeah, we're just gonna pay for people to go party and have fun.
Because see, that's so you want to talk about abortion? That's the interesting thing about abortion. Like,
I was a product of abortion.
Really? Do tell.
I survived.
You are a survivor. Let's learn a little bit about you. Where did you go to school?
Well, I moved my first 12 years. I lived in 12 different places.
No kidding.
We have one sister. Moved to born in Florida. Went to New Hampshire.
Worcester?
What?
Did you say you lived in Worcester?
No, Fitchburg.
I lived in Worcester for a while. I had a beautiful loft downtown Worcester in the old Woolworth.
Beautiful and Worcester don't you typically go together? That's interesting.
Fair enough. It actually turned into I sold it a long time ago, but it turned into like the theater district now, and it actually is really nice now. But it was a shithole when I lived there.
That's where Stone lives, in that area. One of those towns. I don't think it's actually Worcester, in that area.
Gardner, Haverhill. I owned a house in Athol too. Athol is a real shithole.
You're an asshole.
I am. So, but we were talking about you. So, 12 years, 12 different.
Yeah. So I was born in Florida. Went to New Hampshire. My senior year, and this did no damage to me whatsoever. Like trying to get excited to go move on with my life and having to start over a year before I had to start over. So we moved to Kentucky.
Whoa! Wow.
Where I got a redneck pregnant.
She wasn't a redneck, and I didn't get her pregnant.
What do you think of that picture of you and Lauren Lynn where everyone says you're groping her?
I think it's cute. I think it's funny.
I think it's uncalled for because you're clearly not groping her. She's letting it happen.
That was the second one. The other one is a really bad picture.
What's the other one?
It's just her making a terrible face.
Can I ask you a question? Because you don't get too involved. What do you think of like the shit talk in the chats? How come? What do you think? You think it's funny? Uncalled for? You think it needs to stop?
I think it's really funny.
Yeah? Who's your favorite?
Honestly, I don't even read it that much. But okay, no, fair enough.
Here.
Say sneakers, sneakers, or there's Montana.
I think it's Montante. You're an ignorant.
He's talking, but nobody can hear him.
Yeah, go off, King.
Yeah, there you go. I sound better on mute. Look, I sent you a text, hit the post. Can you low key send me a link? And you go, hey, do you guys care if Montante comes in here? That's not very low key. Hit the post.
It's not my show for one. Number two, I don't know how to get it from my computer to my phone to paste the link, so I did it on Twitter. So you operate by text, I operate by Twitter.
Unbelievable. I'm a Jared Duran run from winning $1,100, and this idiot can't score. Unbelievable.
I saw you tweet that. Was that a trifecta or a parlay?
It's a 4-leg parlay. Sox up 5-1. Pitcher got me my 4 strikeouts. Sox up 5-1. Verdugo, I needed 2 total bases. The kids got me 4. And Duran, the leadoff guy, is 1 for 4 and just got stranded on first.
What was it like?
Verdugo's got one of the worst beards I've ever seen.
Who? Verdugo? He looks like Craig. He looks like Dominican Craig. Yeah, it's $100 to get back 1106. So it's a nice payout.
What do you wait?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to know what it sounded like he only had one thing left.
Yeah, the leadoff hitter, Jared Duran. He was actually the only one who was minus money, so he was actually a favorite. Naturally, that's probably the one that's going to lose. I just need that idiot to score, and Tommy Pham just put a charge into a ball. I thought he had a 3-run ding-dong, and was caught at the warning track. So we have one more at bat for Duran. I hope this kid scores. That'd be a nice hit. A nice hit.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
Montana, how is your show doing? And wait. Let me back up here. What network is your show on?
We're on OAN.
Really?
Yeah. They picked it up. Montana Duro, my second week on there. It's going well.
Right?
No, it's just on fucking Anchor.
It's on InfoWars.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, that's about to be no more.
I'd like to talk about that if you guys.
Yeah, let's talk about that. In fact, if I had known, I would have pulled up clips and stuff. That's intriguing.
What did he do wrong? I don't get it.
Well,
there's for legality purposes. There's a difference between getting something wrong and upsetting people and actually breaking the law. And so I don't see how those two correlate here.
Boy, even if he
chemicals in the water turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Which turned out to be true, by the way.
People dragged him for years.
Absolutely.
He was like, right.
Everything he said turned out to be true. There's like 12 different things. I read an article about it. I've been listening to him forever. Let's just get back to the kids and stuff. Whether or not it was illegal or legal or it caused harm, and it absolutely did, but he apologized for it. And they only wanted about $200,000. It's like $42 million is a little bit much.
But isn't he technically a reporter? So if like people are texting him these things amidst when it's happening, like he's going to just say what people he trusts are telling him. So if he proves to be wrong and he apologizes, he did nothing wrong.
Over and over again, and at some point, like I said, this was like a civil thing. This was the down in Texas, the parents of the kids, and I don't mean to make light of it or anything. Like it's crazy that he did it, and I think he's even said that it was crazy that he did it. But it's even more insane that the $42 million. They're just trying to.
It's an arbitrary number. It's what though is a lot of the stuff that he predicts sounds crazy until it's not, until it's proven real. So he got this one wrong. He put his hand up. Like you could hate him for it. You can hold a grudge, sure, but the fact that this is in court. And by the way, my favorite thing, the fact that his lawyers accidentally sent over all his phone recordings. Like
that's no accident.
I got news for you. That proves Alex Jones right. Because if he would say, I got news that their lawyers got blackmailed into giving this over. That's literally what happened. Like that doesn't just act. And then the liberals the next day, oh, forget Hunter Biden. This is the real leak. It's like, oh
but it was his lawyer, and if you ask me, I think his lawyer probably did it so that he could get a mistrial.
That would be a good. I haven't heard that little spin. That's something. I mean,
how else you accidentally do that? I mean, you can't nobody can download that many files.
You accidentally do that when you hear a FBI open up. Yeah, we have this X, Y, and Z on your family. You're going to do this mistake, or X, Y, and Z will happen.
So were you guys Alex Jones people? Not like believers or anything, but entertainment wise listeners or anything.
He's the best. He's the most. He's a top 10 dead or alive entertaining person of all time.
Unbelievable. And even like some of the people that he brought in that came in under his wings, that Paul Joseph Watson guy is really
good.
Amazing. He is really good.
Yeah, he's good. It's sad what's happening. I mean, I just don't get I just don't get how jail time's even a possibility. Like they're gonna try to bankrupt him and then throw him in prison. It's like
his finances are very confusing as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's loaded or bankrupt. I think that's by design. I think he has money. There's no way he doesn't have money.
It was a divorce. I mean, and again, I was only halfway paying attention, but the divorce is like he probably had. This is a guess. He had to move his money around to keep it away from her, and she knows. She knew everything. I don't even know how that turned out, but I know it wasn't amicable. I know it was.
Why didn't he just do parody law?
He tried that. He tried that with. I don't know if that was with these kids or whatever, but he's done that. He did that in the past, and that just made him look like an asshole. Then I mean, like the parody thing. He should have just apologized, and they should have just given him 200
He
million.
did on Rogan.
Right? Yeah. Well, you walk that line. The other thing is that shit, like, he's also pissing off. Like, I mean, like, the Bohemian Grove thing, like it or not, is real. He did break into that place, and that place is loaded with easy.
So do you think it's a effigy of a child that they're burning?
No, I think it's all metaphoric, and I think it's like something that their fathers did and their fathers did.
Yeah, that shit is so fucking weird. And you know what's so funny? What society nowadays focuses on, what's actually real, it's so bizarre. Like, we focus on the dumbest shit, but like that Bohemian Grove thing should be the biggest story of all time. It's so weird. There's so many impactful people there, and you say Bohemian Grove to 100 Americans, 3 of them will say, "Oh, I heard of that." Maybe one of them will actually know what it is.
Yeah, it's getting worse too. Like, I
want to see the owl.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, have you ever looked at the one in the dollar bill or the whatever? I think it's the dollar bill. They have a little one in there. I love all that stuff. But Coast to Coast AM, I mean, like from 1996 until 2012, like every night probably I listened to them. George Norrie, and then before that, Art Bell.
So you listen to macrodosing?
I have not yet, but that was something else. Actually, inside of the 420 folder, I was throwing stuff in, just about the mushrooms. Microdosing mushrooms is something I kind of am interested in, and I recommend it. I get all these tweets. I wonder if I can just switch over. Do you guys get
switch over?
It's if I have like
Biodude, I got news for you, pal. We know someone we went to high school with who was kind of always a fuckhead, kind of an idiot. Nice kid, but just his head ADHD all over the place. He started microdosing. He now owns 3 restaurants, makes zillions. And so we see him at the bar. He always just buys us drinks. And I asked him, I said, what the fuck are you, like, who do you know? And he goes, every morning I wake up, and before I work out, I eat a certain amount of mushrooms.
Yeah.
I work out for 2 hours. And he literally is running the world right now around here. It's bizarre.
Without a doubt.
You don't trip when you microdose.
No. And I shouldn't speak too much to it.
But why is he so productive?
But I have a theory, but I'll be right back. 1 second.
It literally will help you focus. It's better.
Biodude, the girl in the closet started banging a little too loud. He has to go put a little more duct tape on.
Yeah, tell me about the gambling chat. What's up with fucking Robinson Rules?
What a move out of him today. So FanDuel has a promotion where you bet $100 on the same game parlay. That's why I did the $100 in the Red Sox. And if you lose, they match it. So I said, hey boys, Red Sox are national television tonight. Why don't you guys put your little brains together, come over the same game parlay? I'll put it in. If you guys hit, hey, I'll divvy out the money. If you lose, I'm taking the credit. And he's like, what's in it for us? And I was like, if you win, you idiot. And he was like, no, I want some of the free credit. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. So that's how Robinson's Rules doing in a nutshell. What a dickhead.
I think I saw him at the Wilbur, but so when I first arrived with Biodude, there was a small circle outside, and Mima was there. I said hi to Mima, and there was someone standing next to him, and I was like, Mima, who is that? And he goes, oh, I don't know him. He's just been standing there. I was like, okay, that's strange.
So either Mima was covering for him. Realistically, we're all together, so that's interesting.
Well, then I saw a picture of him like a week later, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was him. I was like, why wouldn't you introduce me to him? Like, what's gonna happen?
That was him because
that's interesting.
He introduced him to me.
Like, I'm gonna kick him in the shin or something for real? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's him covering for Robinson's Rules is a move I did not anticipate, but that is.
Well, I think I imagine maybe like he was uncomfortable and like I don't know. All I did was send him a dick pic. I sent a picture of a fucking genital. Like, what's the problem?
You don't send me dick pics, pal. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't even my dick. I went on Google and typed in big small dick, and I fucking just grabbed his dick and sent it to him. It turned out it was a pretty big dick.
It's a good move. Bye, dude. Before we get into anything else, I was gonna be real quick. So I have an MLS game starting 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
I think as someone who likes gambling, you right now are even money for the next 6 months to end up as a in-person co-host
I mean that I appreciate that a lot, but I mean like I don't even know that I want that, but I would love. I like today this morning I was like Sig and me on the show last night. We're talking about radio programs that we love, and somehow it spun around to Stern and Tim from Canton having a mystery phone call. And I swear to God, I've told Dave Cullinane this twice now. Like, I can get all of those really old Howard Stern stuff.
How?
I can't talk about it. Like, why would I? Like, it's just like it's a group that I've been with that cares about curating like all that media so that it can't be changed in the future. Like,
Does that group wear white hoods?
No, it does not. I have no idea what any of us look like at all.
I mean, this you have a high chance of going in there. Yeah, you have a bizarro it factor about you.
I do have a bizarre factor. There's no doubt about that. But
No doubt about it.
I mean, I can't deny it.
I can't tell, but your name's a little tricky. There are some people that are so smart that they come off a little weird. Is that you?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on who you're asking, I guess.
I think you might be one of them.
I don't know, but you know what? Honestly, I'm just trying to make friends.
I don't mean that in a mean way. You might just be so intelligent that you come off different to the dumb folk like myself.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Been talking about it with my therapist for a while now. Like,
oh Christ! I'll tell you what. You if Kirk really wants to have the crazies in, if Blind Mike can't go one day, it should just be Cullinane, you, and Peltier in there, just shooting the shit.
I like that guy too. I like him a lot. He is fast, dude. Do you think he looks fast? He ran. He
looks slow to me,
dude.
His kid's got an attitude problem.
Great SAT score though.
Is that right?
That was an Asian joke. It went over.
Anyway. I didn't get it. It went over my head.
Yeah. It's all right. A little, subtle racism. Never.
I posted a picture of the kid. He had a little smug look on his face. He's lucky you fucking wasn't my kid. I smacked it off his face.
Oh, could you imagine your dad's like, "Hey, I got to take a picture. We got to go to grandma's funeral."
Yeah, but look how fast his dad is.
Yeah, Peltier is the GOAT though. He's one of the all-time men fans who I've met so far, for sure. The worst. So what's going on with people are saying my camera stinks?
Yeah, it is. It looks all foggy.
Looks like Chris's vision.
Oh God, that guy. How quick? What do you think it would take? 6 seconds to kill an ant with his fucking with his bifocals? That guy's blind.
He's got
in
some
the back.
thick lenses for sure.
Oh my God, I've seen rec specs thinner than his. He's a nice guy though. But so what's going on with the state of GVE?
A lot of misinformation from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. So Biodude, can you clear this up for us?
Please.
Well, we can reset it. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show, and let me start off from my perspective, which was just that they were after the doxing and stuff on the show. They were the alternative, and so that's sort of where I always sort of hung around with them, and at least wound up on the 420 show. I felt like I got in the middle of something that was way beyond me. Jay, John from Scranton, I believe, does not want to ban anybody. It's a libertarian / I don't know, just right thing to do, but people are just tired of Jay, I guess.
Is that really what it is?
Not my intention at all to get in the middle of it, but all sort of along, I've been kind of just wanting to put together my own show, to just do a wrap-up show. And
Biodude's a victim of timing.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Well, but at the end of the day, I don't mind banning people if everybody else agrees to it.
Oh wow, good to know.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? Who's more dangerous to planet Earth, Jay or Alex Jones?
To planet Earth?
Yeah.
Jay, probably, I guess.
I agree.
For society, it's whoever pays more taxes, which I'm going to lean towards Alex Jones pays more taxes.
Well, I don't know how much money Jay's parents make. They also made a bad investment with him about 35 years ago. They wish they'd take that one back. Yeah, he's awful, man. And his whole shtick, it was a tough balancing act. It was always his whole shtick was being awful, but not being too awful where people hate you. He
Right.
lost that the last 6 months. He's fucking yeah.
I
He's
mean,
horrible.
So
It was time to move on. It's for the best for everybody.
and I think John from
Right.
Scranton is doing the right thing. I mean, like he started the channel because
None of this exists without John.
absolutely.
Verdugo hits baseball as well, man. Holy Christ. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I used to be a huge sports guy in general, and it's kids and stuff. You have any family?
Not much. Just a mother and a dad who's out there putzing around somewhere. No kids yet.
And hi, by Mike. I know you have one, and it's no two, and they're hold on, wait for it.
It's okay if you don't know. I'm not going to be bothered.
2 and 4, 2 and 6.
No, think close, but yeah, I got 2 kids. They're great. Yeah, I had sex.
Oh,
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I had my 2. There, one's asleep, and one. I'll tell you this real quick story, which is funny, and then we can do whatever you guys would like. My son
I'd like
woke-
you to actually tell us about you instead of just bouncing and deflecting.
No, let him do his whole. I'm enthralled by this. I love what's going on right now.
The thing is, I don't have Facebook, right? But I get the feeling like a lot of the stuff I do would probably go over better on Facebook than it would on here. I was just going to say my son woke up with his periodic gland or something swollen 3 times. His whole face looked like a thumb. It was the craziest thing. But
What was the issue?
I guess it's like this gland, and normally it sits up here in adults, and in kids sometimes it slips down into your lymph nodes, and it did for him and got inflamed or something. But he's all better now. It's scary as all hell.
What was the remedy?
Antibiotics, but they had to do X-rays and everything else. They were going to like cut him open if there was like if the infection had gotten to the point that it was starting to get septic.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Anyways,
how old is your son?
Thanks for jumping on, Montana. Montana.
Whatever you want to call. Yeah, right, absolutely. Biodude, I'm enthralled by you. You're an interesting guy. I gotta have you on Montante's World.
You know what? I'd love to. I that would be great.
What are your so just so I can do a little research and come up with a good little game plan for when you come on. Do you work in the bio field? Are you enthralled by medicine? Why do you have that? So I can kind of plan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here I can give you a quick overview. It's I was a biomedical engineer. I was a biomedical engineer for a long time, and somebody was using that. I was working with another biomed guy, and he was using that as his nickname for like bar poker or bar like trivia or something. And I thought that is just perfect, and I never got rid of it.
And you joined Twitter in 2020, I would guess.
I just keep changing. In fact, you probably like there's a bunch of different ones, but my interests are like electronics and things like that. I make
the fuck do you mean electronics?
Well, like this is 3D printed. I made this
electric devices. You deaf?
Dude, but I don't know what does that mean? Like you like cell phone chargers?
No, well, in a way, like I like the UPSs or the batteries for them.
You are so much smarter than me. This is tough.
But I like like that kind of stuff. I'm sort of a geek in that way for sure.
Okay, so you said you know what 3D printing is?
Oh, a lot of I'm big into the 3D printing stuff.
All right, so I'm already starting my notes now. So there was a very interesting 3D printing story the other day that we'll talk about. You saw that? The gun buyback?
No, I just figured that's what you would talk about.
Did you see that?
No, I saw the headline.
Yeah, dude, some fucking guy. There's a gun buyback in Houston, and
he was 3D.
Guy, he was getting $75 per gun, and he had 55 3D guns, and they had to give him the money, and they said each one cost him $2.50 to make.
Well, okay, so there's a couple things about that. Like,
that's a great question.
First off, there's only really one, as far as I know, there's only one all 3D printed gun that will actually shoot, and it's only going to shoot a 22, and it's only going to do it like once, maybe twice.
Will it have enough force to kill somebody?
If
And
you're
what are your pronouns?
really close, like if you were really up close and you put it in some soft tissue. But here's the thing. What people are more scared about is being able to 3D print like with metal, with CNC machine mills and things like that.
Machine
There's no way
coolant?
that cost that guy $2. He's talking about plastic guns and like no. I mean,
we'll go over the article. I'll send it to you before we go.
definitely. I'll look.
What does a 3D printer physically look like?
Oh, I got one behind. That's one right there behind me.
How is it compared to like a printer that prints up,
Well, it prints in 3 dimensions, and
the fuck is that?
This is actually
That's not a printer. That's a skull.
That is the 3D printed skull. It glow in the dark, actually. If I
gotta check the thing for DNA. I don't know.
So this is actually the skull of the guy.
Yeah, that's where you hit the person.
Exactly. Phineas Gage is the guy who had the railroad spike blown up through his skull, and he survived in the 1800s. But his personality completely changed.
Bullshit.
He was a complete asshole. After he died, he gave his head to the Smithsonian, and they eventually 3D scanned it, and I printed it.
So what the fuck does a printer look like then?
It's right here. This is it. The printer is right here. Can you not see it?
So how does that make what you just had in your hand?
You see the...
Oh, it goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you print Lindsay a fiance?
No, ex fiance from probably by now.
This is the filament, the ink, the printer material.
Can it print out other colors than just white?
Oh yeah, it's
Or if you go a little darker, will it rob you?
No, you can do. It just depends on the material. I went through a skull phase. I don't know. It was just something interesting to print.
No red flags. Yeah,
Fucking radical, brother.
I have all kinds of different things around the house.
That's
But like
wild.
I said, I really.
What are your pronouns? You dodging piece of shit.
I saw that too.
Well, answer it.
I'm he. I guess I'm a he. I never really. I don't give it much thought. I do.
Had a feeling.
I'll tell you though, it is kind of weird at work to see people at work like in their emails.
It is weird.
It's on LinkedIn too now. Like I guess LinkedIn has like a thing.
Yeah.
And like yeah, like Josh Suarez requested. He was like he him. You're like what the fuck, dude.
I mean, it's like less than 1% of people in the country who are, mentally ill. So I don't see why we got to like appease them.
Yeah. Let's hope it stays that way.
I try not to get too worked up over it. They're so vocal about it. I mean,
They're definitely good at marketing.
I just think
don't mind though.
a little
facts.
It's not
at work. It's like, hey, thanks for the email, Bill. He, him. Like,
Yeah, why is that okay? But if I decide to,
I don't even put like a signature or anything.
Yeah, but like if you had an ambiguous name like Taylor or something, maybe.
Swift.
But like, yeah, Bill. I'm like, thanks, guy. I got it. I figured you were a dude.
Yeah, it's just absurd.
It's not fair. It's not.
You
fair.
bring more attention to yourself by doing those things.
Yes, that's exactly it too. But then it goes the other way. Like you bring the attention. Like it's a click in and of itself. Like
it's a cult.
And meanwhile, China's got their kids watching science videos.
Yeah, we're the
learning
only
math at a young
country. We're the
age.
only country on earth who's doing this fucking.
Their TikTok shuts off at like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it shows them entertain. It's not showing them. It shows them like educational stuff, and
They
they're
see completely
brainwashing us
different videos,
with
completely different.
anti-American stuff and fucking pronoun cult alphabet cult shit. It's fucking sickening. It's so
smart if
it's
you're
so
trying to win.
repulsive. Yeah, they're blowing us up from within. As Rachel Levin's a fucking 4-star general.
if
When
we're
you
gonna
put
talk about China, I can't not let the opportunity go by to talk about these Muslims in internment camps.
I can't. wait for
Okay.
that
You went a
clip to
different
come
way.
out.
I was like, good God. Okay,
I
the
can't
Uyghurs.
wait
The
for that
Uyghurs.
clip.
I mean,
The
like
Uyghurs.
when it comes to China, I don't mind them stealing our intellectual properties because they don't make it better, but they make it cheaper at least. But I cannot tolerate them like imprisoning these people. Like that's like unbelievable, and it's unbelievable that we sit around and just sort of let it happen. Not in the sense that like there's anything we could do about it, but it's just happening again. Like it happened in World War II.
Now you say no one's doing anything about it, but actually I tweeted at LeBron James that he was wrong.
Well, that's what I did too. That's pretty much why I came to Twitter, was to yell at liberals and praise
I
Kirk.
like that.
Doing the
See,
Lord's
you know
work.
what? You know what? I don't think it's a Biodude. If I met you, if you were sitting next to me on a train, I heard you speaking, I saw your appearance, I would profile you as a lib.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's not my. I didn't. This is just sort of me. I did not mean to.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that's and my lib dar is pretty good. So, but you would throw me off. So I wonder how many times I'm wrong, and I just blatantly hate people for no reason.
No. I'm tricky that way. Really my two best friends are huge libs. So
How are they? So who do you want right now? I mean, we'll get into this, and this will be the best on top of this world of all time, and I'm looking forward to it. Who do you want to run for president if you're right leaning, which you seem like you are?
I'm very very right leaning. Both of my accounts will attest to that. I want Trump to run and win, just because.
Me too.
Solely because it'll drive everybody crazy.
Yep.
There we go.
That's literally why. In a perfect world, I would want DeSantis, but these people obsessing over him so much 24/7 makes me want to see him run again. I want to see a mass suicide the day he wins. I want people to kill themselves.
This is sort of my conservative porn is. It's a DeSantis Trump ticket, right?
Oh,
wait, listen. No, No.
I just can't.
Right off the bat, when it starts, DeSantis says, "You elect me, and I make him the next Supreme Court justice." And then Donald has to either he steps down, or he goes as the vice president, or he just throws his support with DeSantis and whoever, and it's just a chance, a 50-50 shot. He gets it, or give it to his sister, right? Like, he has a sister who's an actual judge in New Jersey or somewhere. But my point is something like offer Trump something that is like you can't resist. Could you imagine Trump?
Imagine Trump was the press secretary. That would be legendary.
See, that's the thing. The only thing you can offer him is the chance at being a Supreme Court justice. See, what else could you really offer him? He's already been the president. And if
you've been the president, can you not be VP?
No, you could. I'm just saying, that's not
okay.
Offering him VP was just sort of to bring him along, but
his ego won't. Yeah,
my real deal is Trump supports DeSantis and then puts him in as Supreme Court justice.
Trump's got to be head honcho.
These ideas suck.
Boys, I went home to visit my parents last weekend, and my mom saved me a copy of Newsmax.
Oh, good. That's my mom wouldn't do that. She's like a full lib now.
My sister's like, "Mom's got a magazine upstairs for you."
Jeez, I've seen a lot of things start like that.
Newsmax isn't that bad. OAN isn't too bad. I mean, they're really, really Republican and stuff, but I mean, they're the exact opposite of CNN. They're carbon copies or something.
They both suck.
Yeah, I agree. But where do you get your news? Where do you guys get your news?
Macrodosing and Joe
Alex
Rogan.
Jones.
Do you still listen to Jones?
A couple times a week, yeah.
Yeah. So I went back and forth for a long time. I haven't listened in a while. Is he still doing his show? At least you can get the RTSP feed.
I just go to Infowars.com.
Oh, the Infowars. Oh, you know what I did is
I watch it, and I lay in bed, I play my Switch, and I listen for
It's all New World Order stuff, though. It's the same thing and way too many commercials now.
I like around election time, he brings in Leanne McAdoo. She's really pretty.
Oh, you know who he had? The girl that everybody said pooped himself, right? She was a reporter.
Oh, Gun Girl.
Kate Meow.
Yeah, I liked her. I think she got a bad rap.
She got
Leanne McAdoo blows her out of the water.
Oh, really?
Who?
Leanne McAdoo's a babe.
I don't know who that is off the name.
I like the Irish guy that's on there too. He's pretty good. I can't remember his name though. I do. I did listen. I haven't listened in a while. I haven't listened to much of anything really.
One of your questions was how many times a week do you listen to Kirk, or how many times do you listen to each episode?
Where are those? I should roll those up. Well,
on the Google Drive that you made.
I know. What's that?
What?
What did you say? I missed the last.
I said they're on the Google Drive that you made.
Oh, that I made. Yes. Sorry. There it is. Let's see. Montana. Montana. What the hell is his name again?
Montanti.
Montanti. I'm sorry.
He
Sorry.
fooled your ass with that last letter, sucker.
That's it. Oh, can we speak on that real quick? So, hi, by Mike. So you just said that. What's up with or fake Turtle Boy, whatever? That kid's a fucking
I have no
loony.
idea.
Dude, some of the more bizarre tweets I've ever seen.
Well, yes, I saw that. Hi, by Mike. Please speak to it because you were going at it with him.
That was just pretending. I was just jumping in because I had nothing to do. I was trying to kill time at work.
But can you explain? Do you have the behind the scenes like perspective where that like I don't know what the fuck
from my perspective?
Yeah, like do you know him?
No, I scrolled down the timeline. I saw Mima's comment and I commented. That's
Dude,
about as far as that went.
It was Mima. That's right.
I don't know if you're in like a private group chat where that was a very bizarre interaction. Very weird.
Well,
very. He came at me twice the past week. He's like very upset that my Twitter name is Montante and not Montanti. He's like, who do you think you are? It's like, bro, what the fuck is
Do you think
going
he's actually
on?
upset or he's trying to get a reaction out of you?
No, he's because I don't react to him. He's brought up. I think he's
You're
just
reacting.
a fucking. Now I am. I think no. He's not trying to get. He's just a fucking. If you go to his profile and look at what he responds to, that's somebody that probably should be euthanized. That is just that's an angry, weird individual who I don't see what they can offer to the like during his 9 to 5. What is he doing to help the world?
The real Turtle Boy comes across pretty angry too.
Yeah, he's pretty humorless as well. I like Turtle Boy, but yeah, I actually tried to get him on my television like 10 times. He always big times me. So those, I'll tell you what though, those masturbation pictures were something.
Why would you do that? Especially being the person that you are. You're literally giving the pictures to a woman that you just fucking humiliated. What an idiot.
And
that's just self-awareness on zero. And by the way, it's not like
that's a guy who got
no
no attention from girls and finally got it and didn't know what to do with it.
That gif of him masturbating, like
The best.
it's hilarious, dude. What the? I don't care if your dick and he's Irish, so it's not. I don't care if your dick is fucking 27 inches. That's just pathetic. Like, what are you doing? What an idiot.
Well, I've never
killer.
I've never even taken a picture of myself like with my shirt off until recently. So I don't understand the.
That's not what my text messages show.
I said recently. I don't understand I don't understand like the attitude. Like it's a good idea to take naked pictures of yourself in general. Like what good comes from that? Like who's getting off to that, and what good is coming out of it?
Because you want to be able to tell yourself that you did it when other people tell stories that they did it. You want to feel a part of something.
That's fair enough. That's exactly why I took the picture I took, which is just me shirtless. But
Anyway, so back to your childhood. So you moved to Kentucky.
How about your childhood? I thought we were talking about you. We could ask my my questions. Rapid fire.
Oh wait, Montante. If you could pick 4 people to be in Justin's car, who would it have been? And Biodudes was Lauren Lynn, Garbage Munchkin, and Pat from Amesbury.
For I would say Peltier. Like Minifans, obviously. Can't
With his angry ass son just staring in the window.
Peltier, no, he'd be doing code somewhere. Peltier, TJ Hubbard, because I wanted to see the how that would fit because he's the size of a fucking house.
Oh, that's
what's
he's really short though, right?
I don't care. He's built like a plum. What's my Centazzo, Kevin from Bristol, and then
Bristol. That would have been. Oh, that's it. There, Garbage Munchkin, Kevin from Bristol.
There's a weird 4th. Blobe, just to see if he fucking kills anybody.
See if he shoots up the car.
Yeah, that's my dream.
See if he brings the Globe Awards that he once gave out and then didn't give an award.
I can't believe. Yeah, I love Blobe. Blobe's very good. Oh no,
he's a piece of shit.
Well, I wish I could. No, fuck. I take back Blobe. I want to see the
Get JFA's
wheel.
trophy, or I'll shove a trophy up your ass. You
I want to
fucking
see.
lying cocksucker.
I want to see the wheel deal.
I don't know if I know him.
Ted Sellers.
Oh, Ted Sellers. Oh, yeah.
In the car.
Yeah, I want Ted Sellers in someone's lap, being passed around. I wouldn't
want to be on my lap because if I was responsible for like the like something happening, I would be devastated. I'd feel
Oh, if
so
he fell off your
uncomfortable.
lap, he's breaking half his body.
No, he's done.
Yeah, he might die. Yeah.
It's over.
Have you ever heard anybody more happy with themselves than Riggles about his piss bottle? He was thrilled.
Well, it's
I was
different. He's usually
What he
pissing on
said,
himself.
Hot
So.
piss.
I don't like throwing out accusations, but I think that man's on drugs.
Maybe, but it was so funny, and he was so happy. And then the show moment was really funny too, because it was like 2 or 3 beats where everybody was quiet, and then everybody kind of laughed, either with him or for him. But it was really funny.
Is that Duran? Oh, Duran's up. I'll be back.
All right, Biodude, hit your questions.
Oh, okay. Let me find him again. He just left though. I was gonna ask him. You want me to ask you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I thought you were gonna ask.
It's Hosmer. All white lefties look the same.
Oh, I'd much rather you asked him.
Let's just roundtable it then.
Wait a second.
These are my questions. So
after the abortion, when you were in Kentucky, then what?
Then I said I went to college in Columbus, and then after that, got a job. Oh, hey, interesting fact. So after college, got a job for Jeff Bezos. I met him like 2 or 3 times.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
What's that?
That doesn't surprise me at all. I know the connection.
Yeah. I in fact, speaking of that, one of the plants is in Macomb, Georgia, and I actually I built that plant in Macomb, Georgia, the Amazon plant that's there. So, I don't know. Well, not me personally, but with a bunch of other people.
You engineered it?
I did. I actually did the automation for the conveyors and stuff.
Nice, good job, Biodude. I'm proud of you, man.
If anybody wants to look into it, the name of the company was Bushman. I think they got bought. I think they eventually got bought by Amazon, actually.
Bushman, huh?
Yeah.
I bet you are a Bushman. Fucking pervert.
All right. Speaking of that, that's a great thing. Let me shut these doors.
Great thing. Oh God.
First place you masturbated? Anybody? What a
now when you say
Childhood
masturbated
bedroom,
or
easy.
first time I came? Because I played with the dick plenty before I came.
Oh, I used to touch myself to sleep as a little child.
My first time I came, I was walking. That's a fact.
You were walking.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
How did that happen?
I was going from the bedroom to the bathroom. I didn't want to not make it. I knew it was going to be the time. Got to the bathroom, and this little splurge of very clear cum came out.
Oh God!
I didn't even know what I was doing, and I was
still don't.
Yeah, well, that's fair too. I was at my grandparents' house. They had like the little boxes that would descramble all the channels. So I just had to wait till they fell asleep, and I could watch the porn. It was like
in your grandparents' house?
At my grandparents' house, in probably my dad's bed that he grew up in. Now that I think about it,
that's right. That came full circle.
I guess so, right? Literally, my brothers were probably in the bed.
What was that?
Sheets.
Hold up. Did you say your brothers were in the bed?
Well, like this.
He didn't come by accident, pal.
Well, you just said you only had a sister. Now, time the fuck out, you liar.
I meant that like the sperm, was my brother.
Your sperm?
Well,
come on. You know what he meant.
No, I don't. That's why I'm freaked out. He's fucking his brother's sperm.
No. Wait, let's see, Montana.
Whatever you want to call it.
I like Montana better. Italian Montana.
Okay, next question.
Nobody got it.
Next question. Dave or Steve?
Steve.
You struggle with names.
A little bit. Well, I'm nervous too. This is only the 3rd or 4th time I've done anything live, even though there's nobody watching.
Look who you're speaking to, and then ask yourself why you're nervous.
Hit the posters here, you ignorant fuck.
Well, what's an interesting thing? So, did you guys ever call into any radio stations?
I called into Dennis and Callahan in 2012 and said the Arizona Cardinals should trade for Kirk Cousins, and that's a fact.
Well,
I like Kirk Cousins.
I never called into any place, and I've been listening to talk radio since I was like 12 years old. The first time I even got close to it was you guys. I bet you'll remember. It was the columnist. It was on 96.9 when it was a talk radio program, and it was that columnist that plagiarized everything. I don't know. Maybe you don't remember him, but
Well, it just doesn't narrow it down. There's a lot of them.
Cullen. He's talking about Cullen.
No, he's saying
Right?
plagiarized. Like they stole someone's
Yeah,
stories.
yeah. It was a columnist for the Boston Globe.
I know what you're talking about. Not Ron Borges, was it?
No. It was, but he was a sports guy, and then he's the Blair. It doesn't even matter. Moving on. Front to back or back to front? Your wife's.
What? Oh.
Your wife front to back. Ever
Front
tried
to
it?
back.
Right?
I think as a male, that's the only way to do it. I think.
Kirk says he does it the other way, and he says he's a master at it.
Poopy balls.
Well, that's what
Wait, so yeah, back to front.
Yeah,
I had to think about it.
Yeah. That's like I'm thinking about gonna go front to back for a week just to see, what.
I
Kirk
bet you'll touch the water with your knuckles.
Oh well, I stand up.
What?
I
Your
don't know.
wife, you stand up.
My
Oh
boss.
no, I said.
Was the columnist Mike Barnacle?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly.
what
what
it
fucking
was.
hit the post.
He would do that stupid. He did this terrible 1 hour show where he would just have like his buddies on, and they would just talk about dumb shit that they didn't know about either. Too. Oh, I hated that guy, but I listened to it every day. Who knows why?
You know who's the man who's annoying? Is Stephen A. Smith. He's literally the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, he's really annoying.
He is good.
Yep.
What was the first time you guys heard Kirk? Was it? I think maybe I asked already. Was it?
No, that was last week on the show that you didn't record that we talked for over an hour on.
Was it Dennis and Callahan? Was it him?
For me, yes, because I listened to that show before Kirk ever went on it.
Me too. Hit the post.
The first time I heard Kirk was when Portnoy went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That video's still out there, but it was just like
In Miami.
Right. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this guy's giving it back to him, unlike anybody else's. And they just had a really good rapport. You could tell that they had talked before. Started looking into it more.
Hi, Blind Mike. You're probably, I would say, the biggest critic of the four of us for Kirk. And I know.
And I'm also the longest listener.
What's that?
Possibly the longest listener.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely not. I would have to be the longest listener.
Let's go. Let's fucking do it. Let's have a trivia. Let's go.
We should do a trivia. You know what? Next show we should do something like that. That would actually could be kind of fun.
All right. Duran's up. I'll see you boys in a little bit.
All right. So anyway, so after college, you're on your own.
Yeah. So I was traveling around doing the.
Because you're in your your 40s, 45.
Yes.
All right. So you finish college. There's another 20 years for you to tell us about.
Okay. Fair enough. Like I said, I was traveling around. I traveled around field service work forever for that company, and then for another small startup company that actually wound up getting sort of absorbed by IBM. And I worked in the Fishkill plant making semiconductors, like the ones that everybody's complaining about that we're not going to be able to have. They're gonna blow up Taiwan or whatever.
Oh.
China, they'll take over Taiwan. They're going to blow up all of the semiconductor plants. I worked in one in Fishkill. They had a really nice plant there. They still have the plant there, but I don't think it's. I don't think they're making anything anymore. Philips owns it now.
Would you agree that if China wanted Taiwan, they could very easily take it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, wait. Easily? No. I mean, I do think that they have.
I'm thinking like 4-0.
4-0.
Like sweep. They're gonna sweep them.
Oh, right. No. The Taiwanese will blow up everything that they own. Anything that has any value.
So Taiwan barely has a chance, and you mean to tell me China could beat America though? Sounds like America would wipe the floor with these guys. Let's get into war with China.
I think we're already in war with China.
Cyber war.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in World War III.
I mean, could you call COVID biological war?
Yes, I think. In fact, I think that it was, and I think that was that.
There's zero doubt that it came from the lab. The theory at this point is, was it on accident or not? And clearly, it wasn't.
I think it was an accident, but I think their intent was to to genetically engineer a virus that would kill fat old people.
Well, it's the thing is like, why are you guys studying that anyway? What do you need to know that for?
What's that?
Why are they studying that?
I muted you, Montana.
I said there's no good outcome that comes from that.
Of which one? The
Of fucking around and playing with fire like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Why are they doing that anyway?
who?
Like, why is there a lab creating a virus to see like how fast it can infect people?
Right. That's insane. Not only that, but they went out of their way. They went 600 miles inland to a cave where nobody ever goes to find the bat that they needed.
All right, mute me again. My boy Duran is on second base with 1 out in top 8. A single brings him in and wins me $1,100.
Did you know that people kill 120 million sharks a year?
On accident or deliberately?
No, because fucking over in Asia, they eat the shark fin soup. It's a delicacy.
Well, sharks don't bother me that much, but whales do. Like,
What the whale do to you?
No, I mean, it bothers me that they kill whales. It doesn't bother me too much that they kill sharks.
What's scarier to you, being in the middle of space or the middle of the ocean?
Space.
Space? There's no
Yeah.
coming back from that.
That's right.
Would you take your helmet off and just end it? Or
No.
would you? So what freaks you? You know what creeps me out? Like imagine being on the space shuttle and you're attached to the hose, and then it just snaps and you just go into the void of space, and it's like you're just gonna do this until you decide to kill yourself and take the helmet off.
Yeah, and the void of space is pretty scary when you think about it. Weren't there 2 Russian
Feels lonely.
that wound up like the gravity of the sun wound up pulling them into it? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just got chills thinking about that. Ooh.
How about the submarine too? The Russian submarine. Like
What did happen?
I don't know if it was a nuclear one or not, but like the engine died and it just sank with them
Or is
all.
that what they want you to think?
Or,
I feel like also if Russia wanted to beat Ukraine, they could just kind of just do it. I feel like they're holding back.
well, I'm intrigued by the idea that they're really bad at this. That they're just sort of like lazy fat kids that join the same reason that our lazy fat kids join, and they had no idea that they were going to get like taken out by Xbox controlling 18-year-old American kids.
What about the one that they arrested that cut her titties off, the giant? The one with the weed pen.
The weed.
The one who cut her tits off, the fucking WNBA player.
Oh, yeah, Griner. You know, I was gonna get some images of that. What do you guys think of the 9 years?
Images of her with no tits?
No, I didn't know. I don't even.
That's a fact. The tits got cut off.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think 9 years is fair?
Well, so there's a guy in Georgia, or no, I'm sorry, Mississippi, who got caught with 43 grams and got sentenced to life. So no, I don't think she has it bad.
Yeah.
She knew the rules. You broke the law. That's what you know what you were doing. You think you're above people because you're fucking a WNBA player? You're not a fucking NBA player, bitch. Sit down. You don't make. What do you make? 100K a year? You got bench players in the NBA making 17 million. You're not shit. That's what I would say to her in person. Too bad it won't happen because she's in jail, criminal.
I wouldn't mind the soccer player with the pink hair getting arrested too. She
Megan
Yeah,
Rapinoe.
she's the worst.
She really is kind of annoying.
That's the problem. You give the freaks a little bit of attention. You give that 1% attention. They're the loudest, and then now they feel like they have a voice.
They definitely have a voice.
You know who should get attention? The Biodude. The Biodude experiment.
Well, you know, I'm excited about it. We can clearly do an hour. Again, I think the middle always seems to be the best.
So anyway, and then you get out of jail for that one. What happens at this point?
Well, so was that the first time I was arrested? Oh, you want to hear an interesting story about me being arrested?
Yes.
Actually, I probably should save some of this stuff just in case Montana's right. I was arrested on Fort Knox down in Kentucky, actually, right after September 11th, trying to get on base with chemicals.
You and Bezos.
No, this was just a friend of mine that I was happened to be loading trucks with at the time for FedEx Ground, in Columbus, Ohio again. I moved back there just because it was where I went to college right after September 11th. And
Buckeyes.
what's that?
Buckeyes.
Yeah. And we decided we were going to go to a gun show that was down like the next town over from Fort Knox in Kentucky. And it was October of 2001. And so we went to the gun show, and then he was a reservist. So we were going to go on base and get alcohol cheap. And he bought he was a chemical engineer, and he bought chemicals to make fireworks, he said. And I bought a BB gun. I actually have the BB gun right here. Actually, let me grab it real quick.
Shoot yourself, wimp.
I just lost by a web jump, but the shortstop made a diving play. Devers had me 11 awful.
Is it all over? You didn't get it?
I had it. Off the ball, off the bat from Devers looked like a fucking absolute double in the gap, and the shortstop dove, made a play. Tommy Pham stinks. I hate Tommy Pham. Worst Red Sox of all time.
That is what I do like about gambling, though, is like when you get that close. You know?
Yeah, it was. I was right there. The ball off the bat was $1,100 in the old pocket, but I want to hear more how you got arrested. I'm not surprised.
Right. So I had this thing in the trunk of his car, and he had chemicals in the trunk, and we got off the exit, and they were pulling everybody over.
Right.
You could see that, but as soon as you got off the ramp, it didn't matter. They were going to search your car. So they got up to us, and we told them, we said, hey, we don't want to even get on base. We realize how stupid this is. There's a BB gun in the back, and there's chemicals. And they opened the trunk, and they freaked up. They were just kids too, and they freaked out. And they dragged us out of the car. They separated us. They handcuffed us, and they had these little makeshift tents, and they started interrogating us. And they did that for like 8 hours. Well, they did it for.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, they did it for 4 hours, and they were going to let us go. And I was like, it was the scariest. Well, I was kind of scared. He was freaking out because they kept telling him, like, you're going to go to the brig, blah, 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 blah.
What ethnicity was your friend?
What's that?
What ethnicity was he?
He was just a white guy.
He's lucky. If he was
What's that got to do with anything?
During that time, if he was fucking Middle Eastern, forget about it.
You weren't thinking that.
They literally were arresting everybody. There was a tank. The exit, there was an old tank there, and people were getting out of the car because the line was so long and taking pictures, and MPs would come up and arrest them because they were taking pictures with the tank and stuff. I saw that like 3 or 4 different people. And then then they pulled us and they arrested us too. Well, so they didn't arrest us yet. They interrogated us. And he had bought a barrel of a 9mm, and he didn't want to tell anybody. He was scared. They strip searched us at the end of our interrogations, and they found that, and he had never told anybody. Then they really arrested us. And then they brought the NCIS, and it was a guy and a girl, and it was right out of a movie, a good cop, bad cop, and they worked us all night long, 18 hours, and then they let us go because all we were 2 stupid kids. Like,
you do look suspicious.
I wasn't. I'm 45 now. I wasn't even.
How old were you then?
25 probably. You can kind of do the math. But I was right in the middle.
Right to 9/11. Okay.
Yeah, I was like 24 maybe. I like I said, I was traveling around for work and everything else, and was living where I am now, actually.
Where'd you grow up? Well,
I grew up in New Hampshire for the most part. And then if you listen earlier in the show, we actually talked about it.
Yeah, where you been?
Was wonderful on interviewing me, but not so much on his own interviewing. But New Hampshire. And then my senior year of high school in Kentucky. Then I did 3-4 years in Columbus, Ohio, 9 months in Macomb, Georgia, 9 months in Michigan.
Why so many 9-month trips?
I was building these warehouses. That's how long it took.
Like you're knocking boots.
Sometimes I'll tell you, Campbellville, Kentucky, Coffeesville County.
Yeah, Coffeeville's in Kansas.
Right, that's it. That's the one. Okay, so we had a boathouse there, and all the girls, they just wanted to get out of this town. It was just this 0 little town, and there must have been 5 millwrights that got married from girls in that town that just wanted to get married and out of that town.
Fuck, it sounds horrible.
It did. It was a dry county too. We have to drive to the next county to buy liquor.
Man, that guy Jon Stewart looks like he has a mail order bride.
I don't think that was his bride. What's up with Jon Stewart? What do you guys think? What do you guys make of like the in character kind of comments he made?
Bizarre. He's also autistic. I don't think he's doing a character.
That's why I like him so much. He reminds me of myself, actually. Like,
Yeah, no,
looks like he smells like a doctor's office.
I thought he was very interesting. I thought he was great. I think that's being taken out of context. If he's doing a character thing, then get him to Hollywood right now. He's wasting time. Get him to Hollywood this second.
he kind of explained it on Twitter, and it made enough sense to me. I kind of think I know what he's talking about too.
What did he say? I didn't see this.
It was just said, do you want? He asked Dave if Dave wanted him to stay in character for the wrap up show, and like you could tell that didn't sit well with Kirk, and it just sounded kind of weird. But I think what he meant is just sort of like the ribbing and the going hard at Cullinane and sort of the joshing around kind of stuff.
Just don't play a character. Be yourself.
But I think he is. I think he is. Like a lot of sort of his mechanisms or antics or whatever seem just too natural, too real to me. At least.
He's so high up on the spectrum. You got to look up to see him. And that's nothing wrong with him.
No, I love him. I think, like I said, he reminds me of me.
I think we should put him down like a bad dog.
No, hi, bye, Mike. Good God, jeez.
You want me to do? That's how I feel. What do you want me to do?
Okay, hi, blind Mike. Do you want to air any grievances about the Wilbur show?
What happened?
Well, no, you are the one that seems to have all the complaints. I thought both shows were amazing.
It was very poor. The live shows are not for entertainment. They're for you to go and talk to people that you talk to on Twitter normally.
It's definitely like stuff at concert without a doubt. But I mean, like he could really market that. Like really, I mean, he already has.
It's not going to be popular away from Boston. No one listens to him outside of this area.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you do a show like There's a Place by Me in Jersey, that's still close enough to where people from Boston would make the move.
That sounds horrible.
Like I don't know, like how he could embrace it any more than he is, like, and still be genuine Kirk. But the Barstool is how he could grow it. He's a once, well, maybe he's not a once in a lifetime like talent, but he's a savant, and like anything he does is really entertaining.
I gotta agree to disagree there, friend.
Hi, boy. Why do you hate him now, huh?
I used to be so when I listened to Kirk and Callahan, Dennis and Callahan, I genuinely thought I was the only person who was a fan of Kirk. And then with the more fans I found of Kirk, the less I liked Kirk. Does that make sense? So like they had that what was that show? The very first Minifan show with DEC and MHB. I listened to that one time, and I got so weirded out by them doing impressions of Kirk. I got weirded out. Then he does KMS, and like you start talking to people, and it's like, oh, there's actually people who listen to it. And then you meet him. That was a mistake. And
that was like the exact opposite experience of mine. Like I felt the exact same way. Like nobody else really liked him. I mean, like he was a pain in everybody's ass. It seemed like, but boy, I really got him. And then I found out that other people liked him, and I was like, this is amazing. I finally have something that I can relate to people about.
And now listen to the first 6 months of the show. First maybe like 8 months, and then listen to the last few months. It sucks now. It's a completely different show.
Yeah, they're two different shows. They are two.
So it's like when people are like, you used to listen to the show, it's like, yeah, it was good.
I'm still entertained by it, for sure. But they are different. There are two. You wouldn't recognize them.
Yeah. Well,
it used to be my number one podcast. Now it's 3. That's all I'm going to say about it.
What are your top 2?
Macro dosing and Rogan.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I've never listened to Rogan more than like 10 minutes at a time. I just got Spotify. I'll give it a listen.
It's worth it.
He has my boys on. I like who do you have on? My boy Theo Vaughn was on recently.
Yeah, he's Rogan calls him like one of the funniest people he's ever met.
I love Theo. Theo Vaughn's funny as fuck. I like Schultz. So I'll give it a listen. Yeah, Theo Vaughn, dude, is fucking funny, man. He's
like the one I don't listen to are like the MMA episodes, just because I'm not like into like the details of it. But even the episodes with people that I don't think I would enjoy, it's just because he actually just is good at talking and having conversations.
Mm-hmm. He's really interesting.
I cannot believe that he's fucking lined out like that. I'm disheveled. I cannot believe that. I mentally, when the ball went off the bat, I thought I had $1,100. Biodude, you seem like you're rich. Can you just send me $1,100 and we'll call it?
As someone who's been to Biodude's house, I can confirm he's rich.
Yeah, you definitely are, you son of a bitch.
I'm not rich. By,
You are.
No.
You're richer than me. You
Just-
compare bank accounts?
No. Actually, you know,
Hyundai's down bad.
I thought it sounded kind of interesting. What you got a couple different jobs going, as far as I was to understand. One of them sounded like scrap metal or something.
Correct. So I go.
Yeah,
I
there's
go,
an episode where they drank like 24 beers or something recently.
No, that was on Kirk's show when I said that. So I go to different scrapyards. So this is how scrapyard business works in America. You have junkies who will bring wire, copper usually, to a yard.
Junkies and then wagon fucks them. Sorry.
Listen, I agree. Wagon is an absolute despicable human being, but thank you for your service to our
Threat to
country.
society.
So a junkie will bring copper wire to the scrapyard, and they'll get 55 cents for it per pound, right? So then the scrapyard who buys it for 55 cents is then going to look at to make probably 30 cents profit because they have to pay everybody. That's their margin, so 30 cents. So they're going to be looking for 85 cents. So I'm trying to buy it from them. So they're buying for 85. They're going to if they're selling for 85, I need to offer the 85, right? So if I'm offering 85 to give them their margin, I then need to have an overseas buyer for this for 10 cents for 95. So it's a trickle down effect. From the junkies bringing it in, it's 55-cent deal. From the time it ends up in India, it's a 95 cent per pound deal.
And you're you're just acquiring the let's say raw goods, raw materials. You're not like dealing with.
I'm more so brokering it.
You're brokering that
Yeah.
not the shipping, getting all that metal across the.
No, I have to. That's the part of our job. So we'll buy it and then we'll coordinate the transportation to either Newark, or if we buy in New Hampshire, we'll ship out of Boston to overseas. That's all part of it. So it's an interesting. But I had to leave my job after the vaccine thing, so I ended up here, and I like it. It's just so confusing to explain to people.
I don't understand why everybody says gold is a good investment. As just speaking of metals in general, I don't understand why everybody says gold is such a good investment, and yet it hasn't moved in 40 years.
You just answered your own question.
Well, but I mean, it hasn't gone up either.
It hasn't gone down. You have something that's steady with it. You have something that you can feel comfortable with. Because the U.S. dollar, we keep sending money for fucking little Ukrainian bastards to get blown up.
I know I made more
waste of time.
I know I made more on Bitcoin than I've ever made on gold.
Yeah, for sure. But if you want to put your money in something steady, you're not worried about your gold wallet getting hacked. Gold is a good safe place to put your money.
I have none to invest at the moment.
Neither do I. I'm probably in the negative here. So,
but it's interesting that it's also interesting how like I was doing really well a couple of years ago. It was it really was when Biden got in. Things just got a lot tougher.
Trickle down effect.
It really is. It's fun. It's funny how it just sort of happens, and I hope that people realize that. And I don't think that they do.
They won't, because they'll be so worked up about the right to kill babies that they'll vote a certain way, pretend that the last 2-3 years haven't happened. Hi, Blind Mike. What say you on that?
I don't like either. I don't like Republicans. I don't like liberals either. I think it's both bad for America. I think picking a team and cheering for them like it's actually represents your hometown is weird. I think it's sick in the head shit that divides the country and makes us go backwards.
Well, who do you find yourself agreeing with more?
Kanye.
Jesus. Yeezy.
I like that. I knew that immediately. That was taking me 10 minutes to think of his nickname.
Whose podcast Yeezus?
That's Kirk.
No, the Twitter account podcast Yeezus. He sent me some Frozen video.
Oh! I've seen him recently. He's been flaring up. I don't know who he is. He seems like an okay guy.
Speaking of flaring up, you guys seen Wagon's eyes? He looks fucking crazy.
I saw that one eye. What the hell was that all about?
Oh my god! I think he's getting dirty hands because he's a dirty person, and then rubs his eyes.
Then they kept posting all the warts. The guys with all the warts.
Oh my god!
Oh, that shit's disgusting.
I told him to see a doctor. He didn't do it. That's on him.
So, Biodude, Sunday night, me, you.
Well, yeah, sure. What time do you do your show?
I gotta look at what's going on Sunday, but if there's, I'm assuming there's some like late game, probably like 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock kickoffs in a per world, maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Hey, hit me up. Anywhere. Like I said before, a lot of this is just to get to meet these people that share similar interests, at the very least in Kirk.
Yeah, so before you come on, I'm gonna ask you like 30 questions. I'm gonna give you homework, and I'm gonna try to, because you're interesting. There's a lot there. I'm gonna pry.
I will say I am, at the very least, I can say that I am interesting.
Can confirm. Are you married?
Yes, I am, and that's pretty interesting in and of itself.
How long?
Almost 15 years.
Only one wife?
Yeah. One wife, 2 kids.
Hi, Blind Mike. Are you married?
Yes.
Really?
Why is that really?
You look. I know you have a kid, but you look like a guy who's got a couple different baby mamas.
You're saying I'm handsome?
You can take it that way.
I will.
You were tall. Dave was like, yeah, High Blind Mike's a fucking big guy. What are you, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'3".
God bless you.
Yeah, it didn't get me anywhere in life, so thanks.
Yeah, but I got news for you. Your life would be substantially worse if you're 5'8".
Oh yeah, it'd be horrible.
You think it's bad right now? Yeah, it'd be 50 times worse.
My phone's gonna die, Biodude, just in case you see me dump out of here.
Well, we've gone almost 2 hours, and I really actually, I don't think I hurt anybody's feelings doing the premiere or anything, but I didn't mean to do that.
Hurt my feelings.
I was just going to go on Twitter and sort of work through the beats, trying to get more comfortable and all.
Tell those 5 sissies 5v1 me.
I think I will. This was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank
you.
Biodude.
I'll DM you. Yeah, hit the post. Thank you. He's something else too. I will see you. I'll see you Sunday. I'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to you tonight with if you don't mind doing some homework.
Yeah,
I'll ask like 10, 15 questions.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Hi, Bud Mike. Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, you see that 5v1, you see what happens.
I'll talk to him about it. Are you ever going to come on like your face?
Listen, here, I turned my camera off. Big difference?
It's great.
I'm in my car. What do you want to? There's nothing to see. You've met me in person. Were you impressed? Was there anything special about me showing my face?
No.
All right, then.
And you don't have to. I just didn't.
It's just because I'm in the car and it's dark.
I just wanted to know, actually. That's all. You absolutely don't need to. Actually, like, I love everything that you bring to the table. And it is kind of funny how we seem to agree on a lot of stuff, yet diametrically take different, like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me give you an example.
My phone's gonna die too. If I jump out, it's not to offend you. I promise.
No. I'll give you the example, and then we'll both go. You enjoyed the show, right? And I enjoyed the show. That's what I mean. And yet, you have a completely different take on it than I do.
Mine's realistic, and you're just a very positive person.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. Thanks again.
Yeah, man.
All right. Have a good one.
See you.